Good morning. This is morning coffee. I'm going to be doing my morning coffees from dialysis just because of convenience and time. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about today is going to be difficult for me because it is where I am at in my process of becoming a better creation. There are times that we will all experience the dark side. And some of us will take it to the extreme. I understand that in my life, there were times that I would use alcohol and drugs and things of that nature. But I never really understood why I kept going back. The paradox is, although I was slowly committing suicide, and it was a painful existence, I still wanted to be alive and connected. So actually, the time spent using, drugs, drinking, things of that nature, kept me alive. Made me want to be connected, made me feel a part of. Now, it sounds warped, and I use that example because most people can identify with that because we don't talk about things that become habits in other areas of our lives. With or without using a drug or drinking. It could be cheating on your spouse, your partner. It could be sex. It could be money. It could be the lifestyle, money, property, and prestige. Whatever it is, it takes you out of the self that was created and makes you extremely vulnerable at taking more risk that involve you making choices that put you back on the path of slowly committing suicide. Oh, I know this isn't easy for everybody. Trust me. This isn't easy to talk about. The dark side, the stuff that we really can't bring to the surface because of the image that we want to protect of ourselves and the image that we want to portray. But oh, if some people knew the places that we visited, in our minds first, whew, what a world this would be. Alas, there is hope. We never, ever give up on the fact that we are still in the care of a loving and caring God who, it appears, does not make it accidental for us to bump into ourselves and start thinking, and this is where the miracle comes in, because you actually start thinking that you are getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of living in an existence where your habits are not producing your vision. Intellectually, you get it. And there are other signs, that bring you to the bottom where you get it. But you are still rendered powerless and hopeless because of the refusal to accept the reality of your life. So, I don't know. This is really a journey, you know. And at the age of 45, going through all that I have gone through, excuse me, you would think that even me sitting on this dialysis machine would be a wake-up call. I could give you a litany of things that you would think that would be a wake-up call. Me having a master's degree, me being a program director at my job. You would think that this would stop that void that I seem to feel with stuff that I've gotten so used to doing that it's almost seems like it's just difficult to stop, but stop I must if I want to recover and regain, you know, who I am created to be. So I don't always like being transparent or doing these morning coffees, but this is a part of the process. Sometimes, you know, some of these shows can be a self-fulfilling prophecy even for me. For those of you who are self-righteous and become hypocritical, when you begin to expose your darkness, you have to be extremely careful, because we live in a society that's all about image. And when you paint a picture of what people assume and think you to be, and you know, some of us are legends in our own minds, then it's very easy to get lost in the sauce of that and forget to rely on the humility in your spirit, where you reach a place where you cry out, God, help me. Not mama, not sister, not brother, not friend, not wife, not husband, not partner, but God. Help me. It is in that moment where I believe that cry in the wilderness is heard. And you begin the process of regaining the you that you have lost to the dis-ease that you have with yourself. So, that being said, you know, I thank God for being alive to witness and experience my growth and development. And I talked about self-acceptance and, you know, learning to accept the good, bad, and ugly part of you. And in the stage of growth and development that I am at now, it is critical that I be honest with me. Let me repeat that. It is critical that I be honest with me. That means that if I'm caught up in something, you know, ain't no sense in me trying to act like I'm not caught up in it. I love being caught up in what I'm caught up in. Now, I say I love it, but my spirit isn't growing from it. So I need the Holy Spirit, you know, a shift in my thinking. I need a miracle to transform what I reform through negative ideas, attitudes, and behaviors, all because some days I want what I want when I want it. Not thinking about the long-term consequence, i.e. dialysis. So, I say to you today, don't beat up on yourself. Love yourself enough to be honest with you. And keep praying through the wilderness. It is a blessing to be able to live in the moment where you realize that you were created and you were created perfectly by the Creator, and that the thing you're going through now isn't a moral dilemma. It's just you decided to keep missing the mark based up on stuff that's ingrained in you, your survival skills. Excuse me. And it's time to surrender. Have a peaceful day. This is Morning Coffee.